Welcome back, everyone, to a very quick but also very exciting Last Day on Earth Season 13 update style video. Yes, Season 13 is here, probably just iOS when you're watching this video, but fortunately, I'm changing up the formula a little bit. Well, if you saw my last video, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, well, that doesn't matter, just watch it later. But Season 13 hype. Okay, let's get into the patch notes, and then we can start dissecting what this is. Attention, there is no drill. A new permanent location called the Port, love how they had to specify permanent location there, has been spotted. This place will start a new chapter of survivors' adventures and will change the routine in the zombie apocalypse world. The port conceals plenty of secrets and hidden spots that you are going to discover. The time has come, explore the area. So, we have a new zone, the port. Exciting. Sewers. Having explored the port, you'll discover a passage to the underground. So, I'm assuming they're linked. You'll get to the grim sewers. There's a network of underground tunnels filled with valuables and rare items. But there's a catch. The last person who was there flooded the catacombs, so first you'll need to pump out the water. So based on what the iOS players have been saying, we're going to need a generator in order to enter this area. Now, continuing on, motorboat. Before things with the undead got really bad, seafarers used to park their vessels at the port. They abandoned it a long time ago, but left a generous gift. At the location, you'll find a blueprint for a personal motorboat. So I'm assuming this is just like the acid bath. We have to go to the location and find that blueprint at the zone, click on it, and then we learn the blueprint. The main parts are right there at the port, but to get them, one will need to work in the sewers. It's worth it. You might be the first one to leave your home and begin the journey into the unknown. Now, I would play the clip right there, but I don't want to get copyrighted, and I'm kind of in a rush. But basically, to dissect this point, what it means is, in order for us to get the parts to build the boat, we're going to need to go to these sewers. Just as Bunker Alpha, in order to complete the chopper, we're going to need to go to Bunker Alpha in order to get those chopper parts. I'm assuming this is the exact same thing. With your new motorboat, you'll be able to go deep into the bay and explore mysterious islands. Little is known about them, but one thing is for sure, they are rich in extremely rare resources. It's a risky business, but things you can find there are totally worth the risk. And as we already know already, this is probably where we're going to get titanium and all of that super cool new resources. And then, as it says below, new resources, more awesome news, titanium and some other new resources have been spotted. This will introduce some important changes to the crafting list. Now you can assemble firearms. Now, I do note that they just specified they didn't talk about like bear traps or stuff like that. So I'm assuming that's all been tweaked. The main sources of new resources are at the port and these island locations. So the new zone, new locations to get to the zone, blah, blah, all that. Deliveries and Genesis reputation. Goods delivery is back. The shipping location is now at the port on a permanent basis. Along with that, a new Genesis reputation system is coming. Deliver parcels to earn reputation points and get unique rewards for each level completed. For example, a new experimental weapon penetrating enemy armor. Now, I wonder if that's a nod towards PvP. Because right now, LDUE PvP, especially compared to Frostborn PvP, because I've been playing that game a lot, is way underdeveloped. LDUE PvP is going to resort to who can get more DPS, whose gun's going to miss more, and who can best use their medkits. Frostborn PvP, there's spells, traps, all of that. So I wonder if this armor-ignoring weapon is just to throw like a wrench into that. Maybe you use it once, and then you have to swap to a Scar and just unload DPS or something like that. Either way, they mention the reputation system, which indicates probably something along the lines of the specialist. So we're going to need to do something to level up that taskbar, and then we're going to get specific rewards at specific times, such as this new experimental weapon. And now we'll come to the holiday stuff. Christmas season. In spite of the incredible turmoil happening in our crazy zombie apocalypse, Christmas will arrive on schedule. Nick Sante's on board as well, and he will need your help. He'll want to make the locals happy and arrange a delivery with congratulatory letters relied on irresponsible delivery guys, and the letters got lost. Help the poor guys find them and save the holiday. Your searches will go to event locations, Icewind Valley and Roadside House. That will be available from week 2, so these two events are week 2. You'll be able to get to the Frozen Village in the 3rd week if you're lucky enough to find all the letters. Nick Sante believes in you. So what that means is these two events, starting in week 2, are going to have letters in them. I'm assuming this is just like the poster hunt, so we'll go find these letters in zones, collect them, turn them in, and then at the end, on week 3, we'll be able to go to this event called Frozen Village. And then the last thing, Factory. This year, the Christmas party will be held at the Old Factory. It has everything required for the perfect holiday: a Christmas tree, presents, and even Santa. Zombie Santa, I mean. In the factory, you'll find a conveyor belt giving away different Christmas resources for the season currency. You can earn it in your favorite way by killing monsters, aka zombies, but you won't be able to avoid trials. 3 bosses locked in the factory want to congratulate you in person, take the special keys from the conveyor belt, and visit them to have a party in zombie apocalypse style. So, what I assume this means is there's going to be an event called the Old Factory. At that factory, there's going to be a Christmas tree, presents, and Zombie Santa probably being one of the 3 bosses. So, we're going to find a conveyor belt, which will give different types of this season currency resource. And from those season currency resources, we'll probably get like a key in one of those to find these 3 bosses and fight them. So, before I end this video off, I'm going to kind of go over everything that is coming in this update, both the temporary stuff and the permanent stuff. Now, once we strip away all the temporary stuff, underneath Season 13, it's not a season. It's the permanent content update we've all been waiting for. New resources, new vehicles, new stuff to do that lasts beyond a season. And this is something that I think both season players who like seasons or players who really dislike seasons have been wanting from the game. This is permanent content that we can actually use. So, obviously, since it is a season, there is a season battle pass and all of that. There are temporary events that I assume will disappear. For example, those week 2 events and the factory, or at least I would assume that these would disappear after the season ends because it does say Christmas, unless they plan to rebrand them afterwards so they're not Christmassy. I just don't see them keeping these events around when it's, let's say, July. It doesn't make sense to have, build a Christmas tree in the middle of July. But aside from that, the permanent content stuff that is really exciting. We have the new zone, the port. We have stuff to do at the zone. For example, the sewers, collecting new resources such as glass, fiberglass, etc. We have I'm assuming this reputation delivery system thing is permanent. We have that. We have even a tease at possible future seasons in the laboratory and stuff. And then we have the most exciting stuff, building the new vehicle, the boat, and those new zones and resources that come with it. So once we build the boat, we'll be able to cross the river and head over and unlock titanium and all of those resources that come with it. For example, sand or stuff like that. That is really exciting to see and something that players have long been waiting for. I cannot wait to start digging into this update to figure out everything that it has. Although there is some temporary stuff, there's some permanent stuff. I think there's something for everybody. I think hands down players are absolutely going to enjoy this season, especially over some very lackluster seasons that we've been getting lately, aside from the previous one. But before that, some pretty downhill seasons, but I think this one, not really like a season per se. I see it more as a permanent content update disguised as a season. So I guess if you were to ask me the words I would use to describe this Season 13, well, technically not a season, I would say permanent content update disguised as a season, and that's a good thing, okay? Let's make that clear. It is a good thing for this circumstance. Anyways, that's going to do it for this patch notes. Really excited to delve into this update. I'm probably going to be doing another upload later today, possibly even one more. It really depends on how things go from here, how much I can get these videos out, and stuff like that. But if you're excited for this season, let me know all that down below, and subscribe, join my Discord. We're going to hit 25K. This update is amazing. ZD out.